Hi guys, it's Debbie, and next week is finally Christmas. I really can't believe it. Also, I can't believe why out there's still no snow. I mean, Christmas for me means at least 50 centimeters of snow every day. Anyway, another Christmas film I would like to speak about today is Trading Places, a 1983 comedy film directed by John Landis and starring Eddie Murphy, Dan Aykroyd and Jamie Lee Curtis. It is the story of a white upper-class snobbish broker, Lewis Winthrop III, and a homeless black man, Billy Ray Valentine. Winthrop is extremely rich, educated, but also rather selfish, while Valentine spends his time begging on the streets of Philadelphia, pretending to be a disabled war veteran. A series of events makes these two men's lives cross paths when Valentine is begging outside Winthrop's office and accidentally holds his briefcase. Winthrop immediately panics and thinks that Valentine is mugging him, while Valentine was just handing the briefcase over to him. Two rich brokers, the Duke brothers, which work at Winthrop's office, see all of this happen and secretly decide to set up a social experiment, framing Winthrop for robbery and giving Valentine access to the offices and to the rich life he's never been able to live. So they basically switch the two lives in order to see the results. So Valentine starts his life as an upper-class businessman, while Winthrop ends up in jail, and after that he ends up living with a prostitute he befriends. Obviously, this situation creates a series of misunderstandings and hilarious situations which lay the foundations for the rest of the film, which is set over the Christmas holiday period. Trading Places follows along the line of many works based on the concept of people from different social environments swapping their lives and creating a series of misunderstandings and learning lessons from this. Trading Places has had an enormous success, and it was one of the highest earning films of 1983. It has been nominated for 2 Golden Globes, and since then it has become a Christmas classic. A fun fact was that in 2010, a rule called Eddie Murphy's Rule was included in the Wall Street Transparency and Accountability Act. This law forbids people from using secret inside information, as the Duke brothers tried to do in this film. Last week I spoke about Elf, a film I consider suitable for the whole family, but this week I wouldn't recommend Trading Places for a younger audience, mostly because of the language used and the racial slurs which are present in the film, and also the topics which obviously aren't suitable for younger children. I consider it suitable for older teenagers and adults because it's hilarious, fun, satirical, although a little bit too stretched because it has a running time of nearly 2 hours, so the story is slightly stretched over these 2 hours. I particularly appreciate Eddie Murphy's performance here. He has to portray a character which can't help not swearing, he's really down to earth, but which has to live a luxurious and elegant lifestyle, so he has to suppress his natural instincts and act accordingly to his surroundings. This shows us how some environments, such as the one in which Winthrop lives, can be extremely fake. Winthrop is extremely graceful and educated, but doesn't hesitate in screaming racial slurs at Valentine and greedily demanding his money when the odds turn against him. Obviously, nobody would want to end up in this situation, and also Valentine takes advantage of this situation in which he happens to be. But in the end, Trading Places teaches us how our heritage doesn't justify the way we behave. Trading Places also teaches us to avoid stereotyping certain categories of people. Take, for example, Ophelia, the poor prostitute portrayed by Jamie Lee Curtis. She's the kind of person that we would imagine an upper-class businessman totally to avoid, but she turns out to be the only person in Philadelphia willing to help Winthrop. So all the characters understand their mistakes and receive something in exchange for understanding their lesson. Valentine learns not to lie in order to earn money, and he makes new friends and starts to live a totally new life. Winthrop learns that money is not the most important factor in his life, and he also learns that racial discrimination is a terrible mistake. At the end, he slowly starts to live a happy life, he starts to share his wealth, he makes new friends, he finds love. Ophelia learns that she can also make friends and help other people, not only in exchange for money, and she also starts to have a better life. Her life starts to improve, she starts to have new friends, and she also finds love. So in the typical spirit of Christmas comedy movies, all the characters learn from their mistakes. One feature I didn't like of the film though was all this need for revenge. I would have preferred if the characters turned against Duke and Duke with less vengeance and anger. But altogether, Trading Places is a classic comedy Christmas film which we will probably keep on watching for many years in the future, and I personally find it very fun and entertaining. Do you prefer watching Christmas movies around this time of the year, or do you prefer to watch non-Christmas related films? Let me know with a comment here below, and I'll see you soon in a new video. Bye!